Our circumstances in life are very different. And what is responsible fatherhood? That's my point. It does not have, it is not spelled out. Everybody's estate will determine what that is. But it is a disposition of the heart that says, I am doing the best within the circumstance that I understand that God will have me be at the time. And believe me, if that is who you are, whether you are at the point where you need a motorbike to pick your children from school, because there are people that's what they used to do, school runs, or you use a tricycle to pick your children from school, or you have a military convoy that goes to school to bring, because there are people like that they go to school with members of some kind of military or in the intelligence community, DSS, take their children to school every morning and they go to bring their children back to school. There are some persons that the school now has special protection because their children attend that school. Are you with me? Now, those are different levels of provision that can be made. And that is not what the Bible teaches. That's not how you establish headship. A woman must never tell her husband. So we are still here doing, doing Corolla. Your age mates, are they not the ones that own private jet? Now, that isn't. Or we are doing keke. I remember someplace that the husband used to have a car and then they had a problem. And the man decided, you know what, this guy is a liability. So the man sells off the car, hoping to get another one. And in the intervening period between when they sold the car and when they will be able to get another one, the wife refused to go to church on Sunday because she felt it was going to be embarrassing that having been coming to church with a vehicle, they will now suddenly start either walking to church or they will now suddenly start taking some kind of commercial, whatever, to church. So people now start asking, where is your car? You know, what happened to your car? That will now be a sign of demotion. And so that until the man is able to get another car, she was not going to be going to church on Sunday morning because she didn't want people to see them coming. My sympathies are with the man. My sympathies are with the man. Let us understand that headship, responsibility, provision, those are, in terms of how it plays out, is very relative from circumstance to circumstance. The things that needs to be established is to say, is this man committed to this home? Is this man responsible? And that has to do with ability to provide the basics of life at your own estate. The Bible actually says that people should dwell at the level where they are at per time. That's part of the thing behind that my thing when I talk about Jesus being led into the wilderness in Mark chapter 1. And the Spirit drived him into the wilderness and he was there. He was there. He did not abscond. This is the Son of God. This is the creator of the universe. When the Spirit drove him into the wilderness, it was bad enough that he was human. But then the Spirit drove him into a wilderness. The Bible says, and he was there. Problem comes many times when people want to abscond from the place where God has put them part time. Is Jesus still in the wilderness? No. Are you with me? He's no longer in the wilderness. But for those 40 days, he was there. Somebody will come around there and say, if you are the Son of God, you know that's what they said to him. If you are the Son of God, you are Son of God, like this. You are Son of God. In this condition, you are Son of God. But he was there. And families must learn to be there. I'm using your question as a template. You have said it is by the divine providence of God. It is not because the man is lazy, because there is also a lot to be said in that regard. There are a lot of lazy brothers that are coming up here and there. All right? And the moment that they see that their wife is industrious or is something, is crass irresponsibility. That's not what I'm advocating for. I'm trying to say that the man is doing the thing that a man should be doing at this time within the circumstances of his life under God. That if that is all they have, it will give them a certain level of life. But if God in his mercy gives the woman sources of making money, that means that their lot can be better than only the man could have made it to be. Oh, with all pleasure. But that should not mean, therefore, that the woman is now the man. It is male and female, not rich and poorer. That's not how God made them. He made them male and female. So who is the head of the home does not derive from who brings more money into the family purse. Is that okay? And if you are getting into a relationship that has that dynamic in advance, it is something to... There's another fellowship going on there. It is something to... It's something that I hope that you get to talk about. From a human standpoint, there are sensitivities involved. A brother might be uncomfortable with that kind of scenario. It will be ungodly for a man to muzzle his wife because the wife will have possibilities of earning more money than him. That is a wicked heart. It's wickedness of the highest order. All right? Such a man, it is good for him to be alone.